One of the biggest mistakes we make with the nervous pig is assuming they don't love or even like us, when really they're telling us something important. They're asking one simple question: am I safe? Today, I want to show you 3 signs your pig doesn't feel safe yet and what you can do to change that. If you have a pig that runs away, won't let you touch them, or hesitates before approaching you, the goal isn't to make them trust you right away. It isn't to convince them or force them to like you. What they need right now is to feel safe. Because once a pig begins to feel safe, curiosity grows. And when their curiosity grows, trust has room to grow too. And if you're wondering, well, how do I get my pig to trust me? Don't worry, we're going to get to that. But first, let's look at the 3 signs your pig doesn't feel safe with you yet and what you can do to change that. The first sign that your pig doesn't feel safe yet is hesitation. Sometimes people assume hesitation means they have a stubborn pig. I see something different. I see a pig that's gathering information. They're asking, is this safe? Should I approach? Should I wait? Should I leave? When it comes to prey animals like pigs, hesitation is a very natural behavior. It doesn't mean failure. Hesitation is actually part of their built-in intelligence mechanism. They're collecting data before making a decision. So instead of trying to convince them to come closer, what we really need to be doing is giving them time. If we sit calmly and quietly in their space, curiosity will begin to do the work for us. The second sign your pig doesn't feel safe yet is avoidance. This is where many new pig parents accidentally create more distance. We reach for them. We try to get them to follow us. I know, we just want our pig to let us pet them and snuggle and cuddle with us. But from the pig's perspective, a hand reaching over their head can feel like a threat. Even when our intentions are loving as prey animals, that's not always how it feels for them. Reaching for them creates pressure, and as pressure increases, so does distance. And that's not what we want. So one of the simplest changes you can make is to stop asking your pig to come closer and instead become the person they want to approach. And how do you do that? I'm glad you asked. First, you can use a back scratcher. Using a back scratcher will feel less invasive in their space. You have to remember, pigs can't see up, so if we reach over their head with our hand, their prey instinct will naturally signal danger to them. Reaching around and petting them on their side or using a back scratcher will signal safety instead. Another thing you can do to help your pig feel safe is what we call floor time. This is simply sitting or even laying on the floor with your hands open and allowing your pig to get curious and come to you. Pigs are very curious, and when they can sense that you're not a threat, they will get curious and start to check you out. The third sign your pig doesn't feel safe yet is hypervigilance. Some pigs never seem to feel settled. They're always watching and listening and scanning for danger, and these aren't bad behaviors. They're indicators that your pig's nervous system is still trying to decide whether their environment is safe or not. So the question to ask yourself isn't, how do I get my pig to calm down? Instead, we should ask, what can I do to help my pig feel safe? Reframing that question will change everything about how you continue to interact with them. And hang tight, I'm about to demonstrate one of the most effective ways to signal safety to them right now. One of the easiest ways to help your piglets feel safe is through calm, intentional hand feeding. Hand feeding is so effective because it gives a piglet the opportunity to choose whether to interact with you or not. They get to decide. When people ask me what's the first thing I should do to start training my pig, my answer is always, don't start with training, start with safety. And you do this by becoming predictable, by moving calmly, and allowing your pig to choose to interact with you whenever you can. Hand feeding is just one of the ways we communicate safety to our pet pigs. In a future video, I'll share exactly how we teach gentle treat taking, why it works, and a few mistakes to avoid. And if you'd like to learn more about how pigs experience safety, trust, and connection, I've created a free guide called The Way of the Pig, Signaling Safety. Inside, I walk through the same principles we use to help piglets build trust without force or pressure. You can download it using the link in the description box below. And if this way of understanding pigs resonates with you, I'd love to have you subscribe. Every week we're exploring how pigs experience the world so you can experience the joy of pigs. When pigs begin experiencing safety over and over again, trust starts to grow. And when trust grows, cooperation follows. Because behavior is communication, one of the greatest gifts pigs have given to me is a different way of seeing their behavior. Instead of asking, how do I stop this behavior? I find myself asking, what is this pig trying to communicate? And underneath so many of their behaviors is one simple question. Am I safe? Am I safe? When we learn to answer that question well, everything else becomes easier.